Today we have a Bosch washing machine where we have to replace the door lock. The door lock is broken. It's been pushed into the machine a little bit and some of the plastic broken. So we pulled off the spring clamp, we pulled the boot back a little bit, and we're using our finger to push in and then move the lock to the left. And you'll feel a little bit of resistance. There's this thing, which is the emergency door release. We're gonna pivot that around so it comes off of the lock, and then there's a wire connector on the bottom of it, and we're going to pull, and it comes right out. I'm going to pull the boot away a little bit. I'm using some needle nose pliers to grab this modular connector, and then I'm going to use that to hold that still, and I'm going to put the door lock onto the modular connector, and I'm going to use my finger to help guide it in, and I'm going to push it in all the way to where it locks into position. So you want to make sure you feel like that wire is really locked in. I can see it through the hole. It looks good. I'm feeding in the emergency release, and I'm going to feed that arm to the door lock. And now I've got that into position. Next thing I want to do, you don't have to do this, but I like to do it, is I'm going to put a little contact cement on the front of the door lock where it touches the metal frame. I'm not putting that much on, just a little bit on those two plastic knobs that are going to go inside the door frame. So now I'm going to push the lock inside, and I'm going to take the left side of the door lock, the part that protrudes, and I'm going to push it into the frame at a little bit of an angle. So I'm tilting it slightly at an angle to feed that part in first. Keep trying this because it's a little fidgety, but you want to get it to be at a slight angle, so I'm using my finger to help feed that in. And then once I feed that in, I'm going to push in from behind with my fingers real strong to get the two little plastic knobs to stick through the holes in the front panel. But I also want that contact cement to lock in, so I'm pushing in really hard, and I'm going to hold it in for a few minutes. Now that that's set, I'm going to put the door boot back on. I'm going to slip it up over the metal rim all the way around. And I'm not going to use the washer for maybe a couple of hours to really let that glue lock in. These are designed where you don't need the glue, but I find that sometimes without the glue, when you push the door shut, it knocks the lock inside the machine. It's not a very good system. Most brands have a couple of screws that hold it, and Bosch doesn't use that. So a little contact cement can help. So I'm putting that door boot back over the metal rim, making sure it's secure all the way around. And then I'm going to lubricate the spring clamp with some liquid dishwashing detergent or liquid laundry detergent so that it'll easily slip into the rubber groove where it fits. And that's used to hold that front of the door boot on. I'm using that liquid detergent, putting a little bit in the cup, and I'll put some on my fingers and then just smear that all the way around the entire perimeter of that spring clamp. Then what I'll do is start at the 12 o'clock position. I'll put the spring clamp into that rubber groove. I'm just making sure that door boot is really on there securely before I put on the spring clamp. But I'll start at the 12 o'clock position. I'll put the spring down at the bottom position at 6 o'clock. And now I'm going to push with my two hands to spread that spring a little bit and get it all the way into the groove so it's securely on there. And again, I won't use this for a couple hours to make sure the glue is really set. That's going to take care of that broken door lock. Looking in there, I noticed too that there was a lot of black mold that had built up. So also you can push in, you can stick your fingers in to the door boot like I just did here and push in behind that door lock. If you find that it's slipped out of place, you don't really have to remove the boot, you can just push it in. But this stuff is some liquid bleach gel that you can put on your door boot to get rid of this black mold. You want to put it on liberally and just let it sit overnight. And the gel type of bleach will allow the bleach to stay in contact and get rid of it. Our video, and please subscribe to our channel when you get a chance. And also click the little bell notification button so we can send you weekly videos on all the different ways of fixing appliances around your home and saving you lots of money. So thanks again for watching, and please also press the like button for our video if this was helpful to you. Feel free to contact me at the email listed below, which is scottthefixitguy@yahoo.com, with any of your questions.